I'm Dr. King David
Hold,
Nodebane.
hold on a second, sir. Okay, over to you, sir. Dr. Ambassador King David, the rector and the president of Awedu Institute of Business Management and Leadership, all the way from Nigeria. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thanks for the opportunity. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I remain Dr. King David Node, the Registrar General at Institute of Business Management and Leadership. Sorry that my PowerPoint presentation might not really be that okay the way we might think today, because in fact, I didn't even think of I will be presenting this morning. So when the information came, I have no option than to just quickly do one or two things to ensure that I did my presentation today. I want to sincerely appreciate you all for coming, for the support we will be giving to Yes You Can International. I carefully look at the topic. I know why I chose commitment and consistency and competency. It's a very interesting topic and very interesting one. No success is achieved without commitment. And no result is recorded without commitment. Discipline is as a result of commitment. So today we'll be looking at the power of commitment. The power of commitment. According to John Maxwell, he said commitment is the foundation for all great achievement. Without it, even the strongest visions failed. So that means you may have a vision. You have a structure in place. But if commitment is not there, what happens? The foundation collapses. The vision will fade out. And that is why commitment is very important. Mel Robbins says something. He says success does not come from intention alone, but it comes from unwavering commitment to action day after day. Commitment is not about setting some certain policy or standard today and you procrastinate. Look, it's a continual process. It's a lifelong learning. It's a continual activity. True commitment is measured not by how you start, but by how you stay in the course when challenges arise. So that means even in the midst of difficulties, in the midst of setback, in the midst of challenges, you are still in the course of commitment. And with the course of commitment, that grants you victory. Understanding the power of commitment. You look at the formula that is displayed on the screen. It's a commitment. C, we have the C being commitment. The V is the vision. When you try to talk about the vision, we are looking at a clear purpose or goal. The vision is a clear purpose or goal. The P has to do with passion. Passion simply means a strong emotional investment. One thing, you have a commitment, there's a course you want to start. Another thing is the vision. That vision, where do you intend to be in the next 5 years to come? I remember maybe the Yes International, some years ago, when you started, I think recently we just celebrated 5 years. Am I correct, ma? Is it 5 years anniversary? Now, you remember vividly that maybe during your first year, the members you have today was not like that. The turn up today was not like that. But you believe that in the next 5 years to come, YYCI International will be all over the world. But that was not just a mere statement. You committed yourself to it. And today, the result is speaking everywhere. So one of the formula of commitment is a strong passion, having a strong emotional investment for your dream, for your purpose. D is the discipline, consistent actions and habits. You must discipline yourself. You must let go of certain things. And that is why in one of the book of John Maxwell, he talk about the concept of delayed gratification, the ability to resist immediate reward. So when you are committed, there are certain things you let go in order to achieve later. You focus on your vision, focus on your dream. Then A, accountability, responsibility and follow through. You must be accountable for your action. You must be responsible in every decision you take, be it positive or negative. So the question is, before you embark on any course, did you sit down to think, this course I'm about to embark on, what will be the outcome? What will it cost me? What will be the duration? Will I be able to complete it? So accountability is very important. Most people establish organizations, but there's no record to show, no proper accountability. And where there's no accountability, commitment will not work. That means in order for commitment to work, you must be accountable for all your actions. If any of these factors fail or missing, commitment is weakened when it comes to commitment. You must be able to consider that your commitment leads to vision, your passion, your discipline, and accountability. When any of these elements fail, know that commitment is what? Is weakened. What are the benefits of commitment? If I committed myself to do some certain course, what do I stand to gain? One, focus. Focus. It helps to eliminate distractions. That means you concentrate your full attention on that particular action. You focus on your action. You focus on your goal. This is a new week. Probably in every organization, many of us might have said to say this is a target for the week. While some organizations doesn't also have a single target. The question now is, at the end of the week, you will see some people that the turnover will be higher because one, they have already made their target. They don't just set a target, but when they set a target, they committed themselves to it. The target is just like a roadmap of what they want to achieve for the week. This Monday, a new week. Have you set your target? Have you ready to commit yourself for the target? Will you be ready to discipline yourself to achieve your target? Will you be accountable for every action that comes after it? And that's why most of the time when we set a target for the week, you must remember that you must do a proper weekly assessment to ensure that the target you set for yourself for the week is being achieved. Commitment gives you the direction. So one of the benefits of commitment, it enhances focus. It eliminates everything distractions. You just have one goal, one thing to achieve. Everything we're working towards today, it was a particular book by YYCI International. You cannot see when Professor Queen Elizabeth was making a statement, she said over 80 authors all over the world, over 30 countries, 80 authors contributed chapters for this book. This is a great achievement. and because she focused on her calling. Number two, greater resilience. Enables a bounce back from setback. When you are committed, there are certain things you achieve. There's a roadmap that's directing you towards achieving your goals. What about trust and dependability? When you're committed to a cause, trust will be there. People will depend on you. In fact, you begin to see a lot of appointment opportunities comes to your way. When Prof shared some things to me sometime last month about a particular staff that worked with her, I was so shocked. You know, many people need title. Many people need just appointment to be included in their CV. Just to at least, they want their CV to be at least volume. Hey, I'm a director of YYCI International. I work with the embassy of UK. I work with this, I work with that. The question is, what is the result? It's not about getting numbers or titles, numbers, opportunities. Did you commit yourself to the cause? So when you're committed for your service, it makes your employers to build trust in you. It makes people in the society, your colleagues and your members, to build trust and confidence in you. And also leads to dependability. People depend on you. Today, we are all on the platform of YYCI International. And through this platform, I'm able to meet with a like-minded individuals, intellectuals, professors, religious scholars, and so on. But the platform was created by one person. It was a vision, and she committed for it. And today, we are all here to enjoy the benefit of it. Another thing that commitment does, increase productivity. This is a new week. Drives for excellence and motivation. I want to challenge each and every one of us today. Either you are employees or employers, have you set your target for the week? And if you manage to set your target with your team, please be committed with that goal. Be committed to that target and see how your organization will be productive on before Friday. By Friday, when you are trying to collect result, success story, the outcome for the week, you will see a lot of productivity. You will see a lot of result that's going to come out. So commitment leads to productivity. It increases productivity. Let me tell you, one thing that really bring down some businesses today. One, in your website, you say something when you establish a website, that your business will open by 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. At that particular time, ensure your office is open exactly the time that is stated. Now, you stated that your office is open by 8 a.m. in the morning, and people come to your office 8:30, yet the office is still locked. 9 a.m., yet the office is still locked. And at the same time, you complain you are not making sales. How committed you are to the cause you have. How committed you are. Yet there's no customer, there's no client, but we're able to discipline yourself and skip to the time that you already give out to people. This is the time I want to work. Let's look at some cultivating aspect of commitment. If you want to be committed to your cause, you must set a clear goals. You must set a clear goals. This is a new week. What goals are we setting for ourselves? Remember that you might have a personal goal, a professional goal, and also any other goals. But one thing must be sure. You must set a goal for yourself. What is your target? What is your goal? In the next few years to come, what do you want to achieve? Number two, stay accountable. Stay accountable. It's just like in the Bible, sorry for those of us who are Muslim, that we heard a particular story about a man that was about to travel. This is a popular story that all Christians know very well. That when he was about leaving, he called his servant. He said to one of them, he gave 5 talents, the second 3 talents, the third one 1 talent. And the third person buried his own, dig ground and bury his talent. He thought just receiving the talent is enough, but he didn't know that the talent given to him was for him to invest, reinvest, and double it. When it's time for reporting, it's time to give report, give steward account on your work. You understood and agree with me that Bible said the one that was given 5 talents came back to say, Master, when you were about leaving, you gave me 5 talents, and I've doubled it to become 10 talents. And the master was so happy. He blessed him. The second person came. Master, you gave me 3 talents, and I've doubled it to 6. The third person, Master, you gave me talent. I didn't know what to do with it. I dig and I bury my own. If you are the employer, how will you feel? You hand over organizations to someone to manage for you. And before you return, you find that your business is not decreasing, reducing, failing. You won't be happy. But when you come back, you see that your business is properly managed. There is a record, accountability for everything that was doing. You will see yourself happy, and your staff will also be promoted. Accountability is very important when it comes to commitment. Number 3, you develop a strong mindset. You develop a strong mindset. Always be positive. I've never for once disagreed on my mindset that, look, this thing cannot be achieved. No matter the situation, I always set a high standard target, a professional target, and work towards that target that this must be achieved. Have a positive mindset. If you can believe, yes, you will agree, and yes, you will see. That is why Mama says something, say, if you can see far, you will go far. If only you can see and believe, it must surely come to pass. And that is why, YYCI International is a platform that every youth, every leader, they believe that your potential can be achieved. The greatness in you must surely come out. And that is why it's a platform to nurture the young generations of leaders, young future generation, governors and presidents, House of Reps and Senate that will come up from this platform. You must develop a strong mindset. Number 4, seek inspirations. There are several ways you can get inspirations. Inspirations comes every 24 hours, every second. You may get it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. You get inspirations through a training like this. You get inspirations through conferences. You get inspirations through mentorship, coaching. You get inspirations through reading or books. Please, I urge you all, by the time the books are being launched, try to get a copy. And don't just get a copy and store in your library. Learn how to read. There's a lot of ideas you will get from the books. A lot of authors and scholars have built a lot, developed a lot of materials, and put the resources together to become a one copy. So that by the time you go to it chapter by chapter, you have a lot that will enable you to become what you want to be in life. Surround yourself with driving individuals and maintain personal responsibility. Very important. Surround yourself with driving individuals and maintain personal responsibility. I keep saying something to my mentee. I say, look, if you're privileged to meet a rich man or rich woman, don't beg them for money. Always learn from them. From the day you begin to beg them for money, that relationship is cut off. That trust is no longer there. In order to keep the relationship going, never ask them for anything. Always build yourself. In fact, make yourself an asset. If you become an asset, they will be the one to hire you, and you will get paid for your job. Don't see yourself as a liability. So when you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, please, your focus, your goal should be you learning from them. Tap from their grace or blessing. Tap from their wealth or knowledge. Never you meet them to say, oh, I'm privileged to meet Professor Queen Elizabeth. My you based in UK, I stay in Nigeria. I have not paid my rent. I have not paid my school fees. My child is in hospital. These are the things that we don't want to hear. What these rich men are after is your success story. If you tell Professor Queen Elizabeth today that, oh, Prof, man, I enroll in certain program, and finally, I am now a lawyer. I am now a barrister. You will see her with a excitement, with joy coming from her face, clapping for you. Wow, congratulations. What will be the next step? But if you now come to her, ma, I have not paid my school fees for the past 2 years. They're about to send me home. Do you know that every rich man you see today have a very strong challenge that they cannot air out to you? But yet, they keep it within themselves and take responsibility for all their action. That is why in commitment, you take responsibility for all your action, being it negative or positive. You must set a target and be responsible for the cause of your action. Am I communicating? Are we together?
Together. We are together and we are learning a lot.
The role of consistency. The role of consistency. Consistency transforms commitment into result. It builds a habit, trust, and momentum. When you play a role of commitment, when you play a role of consistency, you should understand that having been committed, you must continue in the course of your work. That is why we say consistency transforms commitment into result. It builds habit, trust, and momentum. Many of us might not know how to do presentation in the public because we are shy. But here, YYCI International have created a platform for us. That means you don't just build your leadership skill, you build your communication skill, and also build what? Your presentation. Assuming we are doing this on a platform that is open, imagine every one of us coming to the stage and make a presentation. That is kudos. One of us, when we want to make presentation or maybe do a project defense in school, we find it difficult. How do we go about it? I cannot stand in front of professors. I can't stand in front of my fellow students. But here, YYCI International has given us a platform that you can do it. And that is why we say commitment, consistency really helps for growth. It's a consistency transforms your commitment into result and builds habit, trust, and momentum. Number two, it fosters trust and reliability, according to John. John says something. It's a consistency, it fosters trust and reliability. When you do something, you do it always, people trust you. You resume office every 8 o'clock, and at that 8 a.m., as an employee, you're already in the office. There's a certain level of trust that you have established within your employer and you and yourself. You tell the public, at 8 a.m., I open my office. So whenever you come, you will see us in the office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And latest by 7:45, your office is open. You already build some level of reliability and trust in the mind of your client and the audience. Consistency is very important. That is why we say consistency is the key for drivers of success. Consistency is the key for drivers of success. You want to succeed, after being committed, you must be consistent in the course of your duty. How do we maintain consistency? How do we maintain consistency? If I want to be consistent in what I'm doing, how do I maintain it? You must develop a routine. You must develop a routine. It's just that when you wake up in your house, some years back when I was still like between 2 years, 3 years, 4 years living with my family, they will say when you wake up in the morning, please, first thing is learn how to greet your parents, your mother, and your father. Then you have to pray and tell God, thank you, appreciation. The next thing, go and do your domestic work. Then prepare yourself, take your bath, eat your breakfast, and go to school. That was a daily routine. Now, as an individual, don't you think you need to develop a daily routine for yourself? You need to develop a monthly routine for yourself. Don't just think because you are not an employer, you don't have something that guides you. Now, listen, one thing that makes me who I am today, no matter what happens, I don't just go any invitation if you don't invite me. I don't honor any occasion without a proper invitation. I don't just step out without being defined that, okay, this is where I want to go. Every of my journey or activities is well defined. Okay, at so time, this is what I want to do. At so time, this is what I want to do. And this will be my time to rest. You need it. This will help you to grow in life. It's not just only help you and help your organization to be productive, but it also help your head. You will not spend much on your head. But if you cannot develop a routine for yourself, you keep spending excess money in hospital because it's going to affect your head. Too much thinking, overloading, overcrowding your activities. Learn how to define your daily activities. Number two, fast track your progress. You must track your progress. What is your progress so far? At the end of this training, you will see that, yes, you can international, can able to come out with a report that the mindset training in the month of April, these are number of people attending. These are the people presented. These are the topic presented. These are this and these are that. You must fast track the progress. Progress report. Try to compare and subtract between the one of last month and that of this month. What is the difference? Are you making any impact or not? Number 3, stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Then 4, celebrate small wins. This is very important. Learn to celebrate yourself. One thing I do, if I develop myself to read after reading for like 3 hours, I will get up, enter any of the shop, even with just meat pie. I will buy a meat pie with a bottle of cheap Coke or Sprite. I enjoy myself. It's not easy to sit down for like 3 to 4 hours to develop yourself. So celebrate yourself. You attend this training today. After the training, at least even if it's a sweet or a bottle of mineral, get for yourself. It's not easy. What you have learned today is going to go a long way in building your organization, in promoting your business. So celebrate yourself. You attend university, haven't passed through the challenges of lecturers, doing assignments, attending lectures, defending projects, write exam, and you come up with first class or second class upper. Please celebrate yourself. Yes, you can international. The picture should fly all around on social media. Wow, I was privileged to be among the attendees today that attended training organized by Yes You Can International. I learned a lot. Please tag them for the code. In your post, tag them for it. Celebrate your achievement. Don't be shy. We are living in a world today that technology, social media is everywhere. People should know what you do. When they Google your name, what comes out? If they type your name for Google, what will people say about you? Number 5, these actions will help build a momentum and reinforce dedication. So for strategies of maintaining a consistency, we say develop a routine, track a progress, stay disciplined, celebrate your small wins, and ensure that the action will build a momentum word and reinforce your dedication. I'm about running off. Sorry for taking your time. Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Let's look at the path to excellence. Competence, the path to excellence. So competency is the ability to perform tasks and solve problems effectively. It is the ability to perform tasks and solve problems effectively. Someone says something, you say, we are only poor because we are not a problem solver. The question is, what problem are you solving?
Wow.
What problem are you solving? Someone asked me, Dr. Dave, what do you do? I say, I solve the problem of ignorance and illiteracy. Because you cannot be with me and your life remain the same. I have to solve the problem of ignorance and illiteracy. So that means personal development, mentorship, coaching. What problem are you solving? Number 2, continuous learning. Many of us immediately we graduated from university, that is the end of our books. That is the end of our reading. When professor came to my office in Nigeria and told me at age, I was so shocked. And when I saw the multiple tasks she is doing, see how a woman at the age of 60 or 60 something year plus can able to navigate social media, do the whole process, and organize this kind of activities. That is continuous learning. If she can do it, you can do it. Say to yourself, you can do it.
I can.
Can I hear you? Say, I can do it.
I can do it.
Everyone, can I hear you? Say, I can do it.
Please say it. I can do it. If
so
you
that
are
means
with
you
us.
say it and you mean it. Continuous learning. Thank you very much.
Yes, you can.
Continuous learning. Then deliberately practice. One thing you learn. Let me give us one of the secrets of my life. You go to university for 4 years. And by the time you graduated from university, you complain there's no job. What is the essence of going to university? What is the essence of education? And I ask people when I begin to mentor them, I say, look, someone who decided to learn furniture or fashion design, after 2 years or 3 years, he or she choose from the mentor. He's going to open his or her own shop, become an entrepreneur. Why fresh graduate today cannot become an employers of labor once they graduated from university? And that is why today you see a lot of people, unemployed youth, seeking for job opportunities because they are all looking for white-collar job, where they will sit down in the office, rolling their chairs to say, I work with First Bank, I work with CBN, I work with government house. No, you must learn how to create something. If government cannot give you a job, you create the job. If government cannot offer you the opportunity, you create the opportunity. You have all it takes to become what you want. Then seeking for feedback. At the end of this training, I think there might be some survey to say, please, oh, we need your feedback. We need area of improvement. What can I do to improve? Get feedback from your client. If you sell a product, get feedback from them. Ask them, this product, how is it? Is it okay? It is the feedback that will keep you going. Adaptability. You must be ready to adapt to the system. We are living in a world where technology has taken over. Learn to adapt to the system. Be flexible. You don't need to use analog computer again in this 21st century that everywhere is digital. If you are still using analog computer in your office, then there's something wrong with you. You must adapt to the system. Try to understand the internal and external factors that surround you. The internal environment and external environment. Be flexible and ready to learn. How do you achieve this? Invest in education. In Africa today, we say education is a scam. I mean, what are the terms? We say school now what? Now scam. Not be so, but is school scam? No, it's not. School can only be scam when you don't know who you are. It is not the certificate. It is you, what you have inside of you. Keep the certificate in your bag. In the absence of the certificate, what can you offer to the world? What can you offer to public? What problem can you solve? This education, the training we are doing is an education. We're investing in it. It is a knowledge sharing. At the end of the day, what do you stand to achieve from here? Number two, we say practice deliberately, seek feedback, and maintain curiosity. Maintain curiosity. The outcome of consistency will lead to growth and lifelong learning. In conclusion, commitment provides the spark, while consistency maintains progress. Competence ensures excellence. I cannot go back again to take the competency, and sorry, to take competency ensures excellence. I will not go back again to take the third one, but I think by the time you read in the book chapter, you will see everything. So together, these qualities lead to personal and professional success, allowing you as an individual to make a meaningful impact. I want to sincerely appreciate everyone of you for giving me your attention and listening to me this morning. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Now I know the reason why I'm being led to combine both the book and also the masterclass together. Because it's one thing to read a book, it's another thing to understand what is written in the book, and it's another thing also to know how to apply it, and it's another thing to know the stages, to know the examples, so that you too can tune in. And it's another thing for you to affirm it that if Dr. King David can do it, then I can do it. And yes, I can. What a powerful presentation you have given us. Yes, you said you didn't prepare because I got you into, and that is Elizabeth Lucas for you. I always let anyone in my circle to always be ready, because I can call them at any time to do anything, because we develop ourselves by so many crazy actions. We develop ourselves for uncertainty. So why can't we develop ourselves as well in presenting and learning at the same time? So I want to say you've done very well, sir, within a short period. And we're looking forward to your next one, which is the communication that you were not able to share, which is a good thing because you have made us to be in a state of curiosity. That if you can teach us on commitment and consistent, then I think I'm enjoying that. Let me grab that book. So grab the book for the next one. I like that. I just wish all the writers as well will be able to say that. I pause where I am, grab the book to continue where I stop. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And another thing, I love the way you dealt with commitment and consistent because I have it passionately in my heart that majority of my mentees really need to understand these two words. It's one thing to network. It's one thing to build relationship. It's one thing to connect. It's one thing to start a business. It's one thing to start a career. Even to start the NGO. But do you know that in the way where you are progressing and operating, there's two things that you need to put into action: consistent and commitment. That is why you can see that today we make it a must that our 10 o'clock is our 10 o'clock. Even if it's only one person that is joining us, 10 o'clock is our 10 o'clock. And like you said as well, Dr. King, David, we've been on this journey since about 5 years now. And some people have joined us. Some people are still with us. Some people are still have the plan to go with us in the next 5 years. Why? Because they are learning and they are taking actions. And their benefit is they are progressing, they are developing, and they are leading and being a pioneer of greatness. That is the key word. But you can only be when you are consistent and you are committed. I'll take Dr. Almen Fagno from Republic of Benin as also another example. He is also going to teach us this week from his own chapter. I believe his wife also will join us this week so that both of us can also share, both of them can also share. I followed this man for the past 4 years. I challenged him. I learned from him, even though he made me his advisor, even before every other person makes me their mentor. But I challenged him every day. And I can see him never give up, but consistently, even to where he is now. It was the result of consistent and commitment. Let me take also my own and only one personal assistant, Lukman Nuruddin. We started our journey together 5 years ago. Not like this. It wasn't flamboyant like this. There was no conference. There was no masterclass. We only met on Facebook. And that is how we started the journey together. He also can testify that commitment and consistent is very costly. It looks tiring sometimes. It's so challenging sometimes, but it's worth it. And look at him now being the global managing director of YYCI International, UK, and worldwide. It's about consistent. It might be harsh, but it's worth it. It's very important in any relationship. It's very important if you are doing something in this world for yourself. And I like also what you said. It's all about your purpose and your mindset. What is your mind? We drive you. We encourage you. will move you on in respect of obstacles around you. And your passion, your purpose will make you still stand and say, yes, I'm going through this. I'm going through this. I'm in a valley. I'm crossing the bridge. I'm at the crossroad where I don't know if it is to turn left and right. I'm confused. But yes, I'm passionate about this. Let me use myself as an example. For almost 45 years, I've always been consistently being kind to people, challenging them that they need to progress, supporting them because I want to see progress in their lives. But then, in the midst of all this, you will experience discouragement, disappointment, denial, betrayal. But will you stop? No, you can't stop because you know your purpose and you are developing your mindset. And I consistently, committedly continue. So that's how powerful. I just wish the whole world, including our leaders and our youth, can understand this commitment and consistent. I also would like to also draw from what Dr. King said. There's difference between there's difference between collecting certificates, awards, and degrees and other things. And there's also difference between that and achievement, fulfillment, and happiness. Remember, I've categorized it. Certificate, awards, diploma, recognition. Then the other side, commitment, consistent, dedication. I will leave that one to you to decide which one is more valuable to you. When we receive certificate, be prepared to work for that certificate. When you receive degrees from university, be prepared to apply the knowledge that you have attained from those years of your university time. When you receive awards, because people recognize your jobs, don't give up, don't stop, don't quit. But work more, double up, because it's an encouragement for you to continue and also to do more. It's not for you to decorate all this. I have all of them. So it's not that I'm new to this. If I want to count all my hours for the past, since the time of COVID, there are more than thousands. But you can agree with me, Dr. King David, that when I came to your office, I didn't come with any award. Because it's a show. It's just an evidence and encouragement. What takes me along is what is in my mind and what I'm doing, my work. That's what will take you along. And how committed, how consistent you are in what you are doing. I really did not come here to to be the speaker of the day, but I'm being glad, let me use that word, that we are sharing this particular topic. It is not common. I know if you Google it, you will have so many books, but then those that have written those books, are they also acting on what they've written? Or is it just another theory? Because if we are consistent and committed, then all this blaming and complaining and lamenting and gossiping, wasting time, should be thrown out of the window. Because you are busy and you enjoy what you are doing and you are so passionate about it and you know yourself And you are celebrating yourself by doing more. That is why these topics are very important while we are talking about relationship. What can we say about our relationship with our spouse, our friends, our co-workers, our customers? Still, we look into this commitment and consistent. The only relationship that will last is a relationship that is based on commitment and consistent. I've been trying to get that word from Dr. King, and I'm glad he said it. When you are seeing people progressing, they have lots of money, entrepreneurs, billionaires. Don't look for their wealth. Look for their wisdom and knowledge. Because you know why? When you go for that, they will just dash you with whatever dollars or pound sterlings you want. But does it gonna last? No. Because it's a currency. It flows in and flows out. Especially if you don't know what to do with those money. Or you didn't you didn't manage it well. Easy go, easy come. So don't look for that. Look for what that will last. When I started developing myself in 1984, 85, when I failed my school set, and I thought that is it, all hope is gone. Then I started privately developing myself. Then I came to UK again. When I started involving in my self-development, personal development, reading books and getting some resources for me to learn more. There's one particular book that came across me. If you haven't read that book, I will get you that. I will know that you can get those books. Google it, go to the YouTube, you will get this book. Rich Daddy, Poor Daddy. Very small, very little book like this, but it's powerful. You read it and read it and read it again. And you will see that most of the things we're talking about is still the same. Be consistent in what you're doing. Be committed to your promises. That is why all our leaders, not all, some of our leaders are failing because they lack commitment. They lack consistency. Because when you promise that you will do one thing, then all this, and then at the same time, halfway through, you can't fulfill your promises. There is lack of commitment. But when you consistently, like doctor said, you set a goals, you flow through goals. Why is it important to set a goals? It's for you to have a guidelines for you to say, okay, this one is done, you check it out, this one needs to be done, you remind yourself, and other things. So if you're not consistent with yourself, you're not consistent in your operation, you're not consistent in your leadership, you're not consistent in your relationship, how do you want to succeed? I'm sure when you draw closer to Bill Gates and others out there, consistency is not far from them. Commitment is not far from them. It is the result of their commitment and their consistent that makes the whole world benefit from their products. And may I also say something quickly? When you are committed and consistent, you are also learning and getting better. I believe Ambassador Lukman can testify that this is not how we started. Probably we're doing try and error. I started with just a phone, this phone in my hands, put some books, stack up the books and put my phone on it for conference. And then from there, I started the iPad, I put that one there. And then from there, I got this platform. So consistent commitment is very important. Like I said, I'm not a speaker, but I'm just enjoying the teaching of Dr. King David and also Professor Delija from Alberta. If we don't gain anything from this platform today, what is of use of wasting the time? That is why we are trying to be sure that we get better understanding so that we go into that world and apply it and be progressing. So thank you so much. Once again, Dr. Ambassador King David, Dr. and Professor Jelija, thank you so much for your impactful teaching this morning. Like I said, all our speakers will be speaking throughout this week. We don't need to exhaust ourselves. If it's only 3 people we can take the day, please come back tomorrow. Prepare yourself from the chapter that you have contributed to those books, to the book that we're going to launch very soon, because we might call you to come and talk to us about that book, because the theme of this conference, of this masterclass and conference, is interwoven with the book that we are all contributing to. So we want to get a better understanding. Even some things that you were not able to write in those chapters, maybe being limited, you can express it more so that by the time you speak, you share with us, we'll be eager to want to get the book. I like the way that Dr. King also said, I've given you 2 topics, consistent and commitment. There's another one, but if you want it, grab the book. I like that. I like that. It's like we are promoting ourselves, promoting the book, promoting everything that concerns. And I can assure you that whatever you started, you will finish well. Whatever you dream of will come to reality. And I can assure you, not by my power, but by the grace of God, that you will progress and be promoted in every area of your life. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you. Yes, I can see Dr. King is about to go for a meeting or something. We appreciate you, sir, this morning for joining us. Bye-bye. Thank you.